Good evening everybody, it's Kylie here from Hello Crafter and I am coming on tonight to do some crafting with you, and this is going to be a free card class for you just to join and watch and recreate the cards with the stuff that you've got at home. So how it's going to work is I'm going to show you 3 different card designs, and then you can use what you've got at home to recreate the cards on replay. If you want the PDF instructions, then just message me and I can send those to you. But if you want the kits to make the cards, I'm offering those for free with an order. So if you order £25 or more in my online store using the special link that I will put in the video, I will send you the kit to make 6 cards for free. So you'll get kits to make 2 of each of the 3 cards I'm showing you tonight. Actually, there's going to be 7 kits in there, 7 cards this time, because there'll be a bonus one which I'll explain in a minute. Now, I cannot find my samples anywhere. I've been looking. My room isn't even that messy, so that's not the reason. I've just misplaced them ready for Tuesday's class. So this is the card class I'm doing on Tuesday evening, so I do have some people coming round to craft with me in person on Tuesday night. Still spaces available if you're local and you want to come along and make these. The class is £17, or it's free with a £25 purchase. But you can get these kits for free with a £25 online order if you want to do that. Right, so I'm going to stop blabbing. I am kind of doing these blind. I've found some cards that are similar to the ones I'm making. So this card design is card number 1, and it's actually 3 cards you get to make out of this kit. So we're starting with some designer series paper. This one is the Abigail Rose papers. I don't have much of this left now. It's gorgeous, it's floral, neutral colours which just work for any occasion. So I've chopped some of that up and I've got 3 pieces all the same size. These measure, oh hi Lizzie, thanks for joining. These measure 8.5 by 12.8 centimetres. Choose which side that you like the best. It's quite hard to choose actually. You're going to go for those 3, and then stack them up, and then we're going to chop them up on the diagonal into 3 pieces. So first cut I'm going to do, it's probably about 3 centimetres down on that side and about, I don't know, 10 centimetres maybe down, no, about 8, something like that. Doesn't really matter. I'm doing it on a diagonal, so I've got a piece like that, and then I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to do a bit like that, so I've got 3 jigsaw pieces that will fit back together like so, and I've got that 3 times. So then what I'm going to be able to do is mix and match. So for example, like this. So now I've got one of each design back together in a rectangle like that. And this is where you're going to make your 3 cards. So this is kind of your bonus one. Normally we'd do 2 of each. So you'll have in the kit, you'll have 3 card bases in crumb cake. And then you'll have 3 of these white panels. So these panels measure 9 centimetres by 13.3 centimetres. Just check that. Yeah. 9 by 13.3. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this. No, I'll glue that on after. I'm going to put these to one side because you don't need to see me making all three. You know that they'll be for my other two cards. So I'm going to take this one. So I'm going to glue these down onto the white panel, but there's going to be a white border around the top and the sides. So just lay that down with the white border. But there'll be no gap between the three pieces. These are going to glue right back together without a gap. Like that. Doesn't matter if there is a bit of a gap, that's fine. And then you can glue that straight back down onto your card front. You can do this with any papers that you've got. So you just need a stack of 3, chop them into 3 pieces, and then put them back together again. I've used the double oval punch, and I punched out an early espresso, scalloped oval and a white oval, and then I just have to find a sentiment stamp. I'm going to use my I'm just going to use this one. Hello there. This is from Eden's Garden. I was looking for cottage rose, but I'm being a bit blind today, obviously. I can't find stuff. And then if I grab my early espresso ink, you could just use black. Black would go well. And that won't fit, will it? I'll tell you what, let's clean that off. And then I'll just stamp the hello bit. Works fine. Grab your glue. Glue that down, and then you'll also need some foam pads. Oops. Stick that there. So you'll end up with 3 cards like this. And it's a really, really quick way to do multiple cards of the same design. So that's a really good design. So that's card number 1 that we're making. So I'll just show you the ones that I did in different papers. These are new Celebration papers. You're going to be able to get these papers for free during January and February. Free with a £45 spend. So they're really nice as well. And then we move on to card number 2. So this one is a sunburst card. That's the one that I can't find, but I do have a similar one. This is one I made ages ago with rainbow card colours. So I'm doing a sort of a similar technique to this one. These papers are also part of the Celebration offer that's coming in January and February. And it's a massive stack of papers that you, you can earn with a £90 spend. And it's 48 whole 12 by 12 sheets of paper. Really, really lovely, gorgeous colours. So I just thought that works really well with the kind of rainbow idea as well. So what these are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rectangles of the paper that I've chopped down to 4 centimetres wide by 10 centimetres long. There's 8 different colours there. And then I have a white card base, and I have 2 rectangles which don't look quite right to me, so let's just give that a measure. So this one is, yep, so we've got 9.5 by 13.8, and then we need this one to be 9 by 13.3, which isn't, for some reason I've just got it a little bit too small, so let's cut another one. 13.3 by 9. Okay. And then we've also got a stitched circle die cut for the label. This is cut from the Stylish Shapes dies. And okay, so this one is a little bit smaller than that one. We're gonna glue our paper onto the smaller one, so I'll put the other bits out of the way for now. These we need to cut, so we need to get a trimmer back. I'm going to cut these on the diagonal. It's easy to do in the trimmer because we just line one corner up with the groove of the trimmer and the opposite diagonal corner up with the groove. Let's make it easy on ourselves and cut 3 at the same time. I'm sure my trimmer blade's sharp enough to handle that. And what I do is I put my blade in the centre, press down and go up and then down. I might need another going over. That means that I'm not pushing on the that corner, and so it's hopefully not going to buckle the paper. Sometimes it can do that. So put the trimmer blade in the centre, press down. I've got my triangles. And then the last 2. Right, and then we can start building up our sunburst. So I'm going to have my sentiment at the end. I'm going to have it in the middle but slightly higher than centre, so about there. And so just as a guide, I'm going to put a little X where the centre of that circle will be, and that's where I'm going to stick my points of my triangles. And I've just got to make sure that I don't leave any white around the edge, so just make sure that you don't have this sort of white bit showing like that there. So just make sure it's all covered, and you start gluing on your triangles. Whoops. And I'll just put a bit of glue on here because I'll probably find that easier. And I'm going to go round in a bit of a rainbow formation. I'm going to also, you don't have to leave a white gap, but I'm going to leave a little white space on mine because I quite like that look. And they're such lovely, sunny, vibrant colours, these papers. So it's easy to put the glue on this card panel, because otherwise you've got glue coming round and it gets a bit messy if you do that. And I'm also trying to lay my triangles in the same direction. So I'll just keep going round. And then you should find that your points can kind of like overlap a little bit or go a bit further apart. It doesn't matter because your sentiment, your circle, is going to hide anything that looks a bit dodgy. Might need to do some overlapping bits here. And you may not use all of your strips either, depends on sort of how even you've done it. And if you get a little gap like that, then just do that. Should cover it, should be fine. So you've got fairly even gap around and looks like that. So then you can wait a little bit for your glue to dry, but I'm quite impatient. You can trim off with scissors or your trimmer. I'm probably going to have to clean my trimmer because it's got a bit sticky with glue, but okay, and that's it. Really, really lovely colourful card. This would make a really great birthday card for someone. So I'm going to find a birthday stamp. I've got Peaceful Moments, which is a very well used stamp set, and I'm going to go for black ink just as a contrast. I'm going to glue this panel down onto the slightly larger rectangle. And this will go onto the card front. And I'll attach that with foam pads. And I think it probably does need some kind of gems, so I'm I'm going to grab my basket. And I've got the iridescent, what do you call them? Not adhesive pack swirls, that's not them. These are the, I don't know what they are, iridescent something or other. But they are perfect because they're kind of like, they sort of sparkle with all different colours. So you're gonna pick up some of those colours on those gems as well. So that is card number 2. And again, you've got these are what you'll get if you place a qualifying order. So you've got 2 lots of the strips, 2 lots of everything in there, envelopes as well. This is the one that we've just done previously. So you've got all the bits, all the punched bits in there. And then the last card, we have 2 different colourways. And this is a split circle effect card. It's kind of, I've seen some other demonstrators doing these, and they're really fun to do. So they're just circles that I've die cut using the Layering Circles dies. Which are these? These are a really useful die set to have if you haven't got them. They all nest inside each other, and you've got the scalloped ones as well. So they don't have the stitching on them like the Stylish Shapes ones do, but they've got all 8 sizes of circle in the scallop and in the plain. So they're really useful for layering up. So perfect for this technique. So let's start with this one. So you've got the 3 different circles in Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana and Pool Party. And we're going to cut them in half. And you can do this with the trimmer, but I'm just being a bit lazy and I'm just going to eyeball it and cut them in half, each of them. And then I'm just going to play with them basically, the layering up the circles. So they will go something like this. I mean, you can kind of do anything you want with them actually. You can just have a play with these shapes, these half circle shapes. Could do all sorts. Yeah, so you don't have to follow this. So, but this is the one that I've seen most commonly online. So take your 2 half circles, and you can actually build them first and then glue them and then cut them. I'm not sure if that'd work. Didn't think of that. I shall maybe have a go with that next time. So I'm just layering up my half circles like that. Doing them the same. And then I'm going to put them back together. Something like this, or you could do that, or that. So you make quite a nice sort of retro pattern. I've got these strips, and these strips are for the sentiment, and I've cut them the same length as this white bit of card because I wanted it to be up to you whether you put your sentiment strip, put a landscape like this, or portrait like this. If you want it that way, all you have to do is just trim a bit off the end, but I've given it you in your kits the long way. So this white piece measures 9.5 by 13.8. You've got a Bermuda Bay piece which measures 10 by 14.3 centimetres, and that will layer onto your Coastal Cabana card base like so. So you've got everything all coordinating. So let's make a decision. Time to make a decision. I think I'm going to do something like that. So let's get, I'm going to stick this down. I'm going to stick this down. And then I'm going to glue these just like that with, this is 2 centimetres wide by, at the minute it's 13.8 long, but I'm going to trim it down to 9.5. Which will be the same width as the white card. Right, so glue that there, glue that about 1.5 centimetres gap, and then we've got somewhere to do a sentiment, and it looks a bit like it's sort of swirling round. So sentiment time. Got the perfect one, which is this happy birthday, which is just the right dimensions for this. I'm going to stick to black ink and stamp that there. And again, I'm going to use dimensionals. Using up all these edge bits. And that's a really kind of clean and simple style of card, with just a really simple pattern there like that, made with circles. So you can definitely experiment with that one. This different colourway will look completely different. This is a kind of more getting a bit of a 70s vibe from these colours. That's kind of why I chose them. These are my favourite 3 Stampin' Up colours, which is why I chose them. But I'll do that other one off camera, and I'll post photos of those. So they are your cards for tonight. This is what we're making on Tuesday evening as well, for those that are coming over or joining me on Zoom, because I do it on Zoom as well. So I've got some people that have already posted the kit out too. So yeah, if you would like the materials to make 2 of each, well, to make 7 cards actually, it's free with a £25 or more purchase using the link that I'll post in the video. And the deadline for doing that is Wednesday. That's the cut-off for getting these sent to you. Okay, so message me if you've got any questions, or if you've had a go at making these cards from tonight, then I'd love to see photos, so please share your photos with me. And I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday and a great week leading up to Christmas as well. So no stressing, hopefully. Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.